All right. I'm going to talk about how to put a um, a budget friendly wig. Like it's bare bones, basic cap. It's got a fake faux part that I have plucked. It was $21 and some odd change on Amazon like a year or two ago. It's no longer available anymore. I can't really help you, but it was a curly, long, like 26 inches probably. One of very very cheap basic. Again, nothing, not even open wefting. It is as basic as they come, and there's a storm going on. Sorry. Anyway, so I'm just going to show you real quick how you can make this look, a lot nicer, if you want to put it up, and you can put it up, and then it's not going to be super, you don't have to do much to it. Again, the only thing I have done to this wig is thin it. So I've lifted the top layer of wefting, and I took a couple of layers off from this wig, and I just widened the part by plucking this part. That's all I've done to it. So that's all you have to really do. And oh yeah, I did. I've pulled this stuff off, this hard bit that's on the front of some of these hard front wigs. There's a tutorial on YouTube that I used. You just like cut it a little bit with little scissors, or what are they called? The seam rippers that you get from sewing, and you just flatten it so it'll lay a little flatter on your forehead, and it does look a lot more natural. All that aside, that's pretty basic stuff for trying to make a very budget friendly wig look natural. And oh, that was a Milan. Sorry, this is a Dream Lover wig grip. So I've just tucked my head in. The tabs are coming out. I don't want those to show when I put this up. So sorry. Let's do this. It's a lot of hair. That's why I had to thin it, because it is so much hair, and that's a problem. But I mean, the companies want you to, I guess, get what you pay for in a way. They want you to feel like you're getting a lot of hair, but unfortunately, that's not what we want. So what you're gonna do? I hope I don't have my adjuster straps showing when I do this. I'm just tucking it in the back, pulling it down over my wig grip. Okay. So in a basic wig, the wefts are sewn in, so they all want to go down basically, and they all follow this pattern. They're sewn from the bottom up, and they're sewn on top of each other in layers. So this is why the hair only wants to go a certain way. So you have to kind of liven it up a bit. You want to hold it. It's easier to do it on your head or on a mannequin. So you can hold it, because you're going to want to use probably some a wide tooth comb and some water probably. You can spray it. I've done this already with this wig. I'm just going to show you what you will do. You can get one of these Mr. Spray bottles. They're excellent. And then you just spray it, you grab it, the comb, and you're going to want to hold it in the front. And then you just kind of tug it, and that helps the fibers go a different way. So you do that until the hairs are no longer as stiff and rigid and like deep set. And you'll know when you get to that point, because the hairs will just loosen up a lot more. So once you've really gotten in there and loosened them up a lot, all I do, and you got, just be very careful, because you could pull it off your head doing this. You just, pull it back with your fingers. I'll try and do this so you can see what I'm doing. I take usually the top half, and pull it back gently, so you have all this nice and kind of loosely pulled back. And then while you're holding it, see it wants to go back down. So here, you just have to play with it a little bit. So that's not abnormal at all. So you kind of want to pull it up a bit. While you have it like half up, what I like to do is tug this front and top down a little bit. Grab it with your other hand. See, I've cut some layers. You can see this is something I did. This is not a manufacturing default. This is me. So you'll just pull it down as best you can, because this will help hide that hard front along the edges, is pulling that hair down as best you can, just a little bit. And then once you get that up, and again, this is a really, really cheap wig, like $20. Grab the back, slowly start pulling it up a little bit by a little bit, and add it to the hand that's holding the majority of the rest of the hair, and just keep doing that. It doesn't have to be pretty because you can brush it out later. Just keep grabbing that hair, because you're trying to avoid pulling this bit up, because this back here, I hope you can see this, is what would be obvious. So I'm pulling this down and tucking it back down as I pull up on the hair. And then what I do is I just, and it's a mess, just try and twist it best you can together. It may take a couple of tries, and I'm not the best at this, but you just take it, and twist it, you know, just like you would bio hair. I have one of these claw clips. I'll just take it and put it in there, grabbing the hair as best you can, and tucking everything, you know, pulling everything back to a nice, you know, make it look like you know, it's kind of messy and it's not a wig. And then you pull everything, you just kind of tuck everything down, ignore that again, pull some of this. You know, again, if somebody's this close to you, I hope you know them very well, because nobody should be this close in examining your hair for you know, any of this. But again, remember, I pulled this part line so it's it folds flat against my skin a little bit better. But that is it. And then if you want to, because I've cut some of this, I've got some little layers here that I can pull out somewhere. Oh, well, yeah. And then that makes it look even more realistic by having those little trailing hairs around your face. And you don't have to spend a whole bunch of money to look wonderful.